And now a big surprise for everyone, since there are actually comps for this race. But welcome to this Super Metroid Linked Past Randomizer 2v2 co-op tournament. We have today the teams Merrier and Pear facing each other. And unlike the first 4 minutes, I, that is Relentank here, will be commentating this race for you. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's going on today. We play a hard logic feat with info share co-op. So both members of a team are in a voice call with each other and can share their findings, their information to the other. So ideally they want to do separate things at all time and gain as much info as possible. Then this little time as possible in the same place. Only grab those progression items they absolutely have to. Yeah. Yeah. See what's going on. So far, it looks like we got already some nice Link to the Past weaponry in the sword and the hammer. And Esther, haven't found the Morph Ball and Morph Bombs. Actually great for Super Metroid too, so opens up quite a bit early on. Now, Jagger G got the information about Morph Ball and Morph Bombs too, so both teams have the knowledge about them. And Jagger here setting up triple. Just full magic, not ideal. But attempts to check the front of escape as Esther is moving down to the shore to follow vibrant colors. Find out what we have down here. The missiles. The cape. Ooh. Actually grabbing the sword from front of the cape. Actually, I did not really quite catch the start, but I suppose the other found their swords somewhere else, so that's the second that was found. So Master Sword, cape. I don't really like where this is going. Welcome a powder, a bit of cookie, and art container, so not too much to be happy about. Probably not something you are telling your teammate to immediately do. Powder is kind of nice, safe to go, and with the hammer we can actually check it early, which might be required. So it will be interesting to see if our runners are ending the player with the powder to check that earlier than later. What it looks like, Polar Bear Bunny is being sent back to Super Metroid. We have a bottle in Ice Road Cave. Yeah, so with this bottle and the powder, you have 2 more checks you can do in Keg, so you are probably going to do them to see if your partner has to. But nope. Looks like Vibrant Colors is heading to the eastern area first. Makes sense. 3 items in the back of Star Roller. So whatever's available in eastern, essentially, are quite a few items. And yeah, from the looks of it, Bunny actually has to collect the Morph Ball somewhat vanilla. Makes sense. Esther and Jackie were sent down there on the start of the race. That rather Supers, power bombs. Nice to find early. Hard piece, not that much. And Vibrant Color stopping there. Esther continuing to eastern as we get the map check. A little bit uncoordinated on the more the Merriers. Do not really have to want both players do them at the same time. They can share information. only one has two, but looks like we have a green pendant desert, normal crystal in Eastern. I believe there wasn't crystal in Hera, but I didn't fully catch. Oh, apparently a red crystal in Hera. We also got a book apparently, so Desert Palace is an option. As Esther gets more power bombs. Turn. So having 10 power bombs to do the Bryn loop is okay. You probably would like to have 15, but you can do most of it with 10 without problems. And the blue mail, so 2 items out of Eastern already. Funny, meeting down in the old brain room. It's nice that early on. Do not really want to run around on only 99 health without shields for a long time. And Jagger G is going to check that powder. Vibrant colors. I would probably head enough to go and check the maze, maybe? Yeah, it does look like a research tank here. Right. Picked up. Meanwhile, as they're moving through dark rooms to the Vanilliki chest and barrier suit. Ooh, that is a very, very important item and very good information for the more the merrier. Polar Bunny, no power bombs yet. Has no way of to check it. So yeah, already picked Bomb Chorizo with more bombs. Actually have to do this fight. Yeah, but that could hinder Pear for a bit here. They probably are not going to find various units that early. As they're doing an infinite bomb jump, up to criteria power bombs. Very well done. And meanwhile, Vibrant Colors finding some more power bombs behind power bombs here near the morph pad. Yeah, this is shaping up to be quite an interesting race. I'd say with Esther being on Pear, you kinda have to put them in the roles of the favorite for this race usually, but yeah, this information lead for the more the merrier would maybe all they need to get the advantage here, so can be interesting. After attempting to continue a slow jump or no, horizontal bomb jumping to direct hit. Like this early it is hard logic, so it actually might require you to do something like that. Fall jump being fully in logic. Trying to check the item up here. I could not catch what Esther saw there. While Jagger G head into the desert. Oh, and some more power bombs for Polar Bear Bunny. Going up to 10 before the sprint loop. Just in time, more or less. And watching 4 screens, I'm kind of missing quite a bit of item pickup. So bear with me if I do not see something. Try as best as I can to keep track of everything that's happening. But we do have our trackers here working in the background on all the items so that I can at least recognize that I missed Jaggergy picking up those clippers, probably over in desert. But yeah, shout outs on Warren Traveler and Hydra Power. They're the ones that are keeping me here somewhat able to keep up. And I believe there was a charge beam here on mobile. That is also very, very nice to find early. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure I saw a spacer beam somewhere. As there is fighting Fantoon. And I'm not sure if that was intended from Polar Bear Bunny. I don't think he got to check the item behind the green door, which is not important since that were also were just missiles, but yeah. Having to go around to check it again, not ideal. As they're managing to beat Fantoon, very, very impressive and only showing how much of a strong runner he is for Randomizer. Going back for these missiles. And now Esther going to show us what direction does hold for us. Ready rookies on the right side. Not something you're excited about, as Jagaji is apparently intending to check the gauntlet without power bombs. That's interesting. No power bomb, just a reserve tank. See if they can handle that. Oh, popping those reserves and that worked for Jagaji, unfortunate. There. Yeah, as they're managing that SpongeBob bomb jumper, going to check the item over here behind the like room of death. Attempting again to do the gauntlet. I am not sure if that's really something you should try right now. Just up to 3 items to grab right now. On the the other hand, I actually am not sure what really is left for them right now. So yeah, we do not have yet real Dark World access, but we can go to Crate with Warrior Suit, which Pikachu probably should pick up soon, and then go to Norfair. We have to do there. Yeah, this taking some time right now. Yeah, it looks like they're abandoning their track for now, which is probably the right decision here. Going for the infinite bomb jump, like Esther. Not doing the double bombs though. And abandoning again. Yeah, no power bombs. Makes sense. Meanwhile, looks like Esther picked indeed something up in the attic of the wrecked ship, which could be nice. Because even if it's not on the tracker just yet, that is a space jump. Not only makes that great movement, it also allows you directly to check that item very, very fast up there in the sky. Picking up. Pick it up still, it's not that long to get to it. And it's a nice safety for hitting the past, as Bunny is heading back to Retroburn and will get that information about the Barrier Suit, which is important for Pear. They want that. Even if Esther may not really need that Barrier Suit, having it is never bad. Especially if you have so few E-tanks right now. Looks like Esther is intending to check the item behind speed booster here. And ooh, high jump boots. Yeah. You will probably not come back for those, but you really would have liked to have them. I mean, with this being hard logic, it might require you to grab those for Suitless Merrier. We don't know just yet. That would also require us to get Speed Booster, and by that point, we'll probably have enough else stuff to do. Looks like Vibrant Colors is now intending to head towards the wrecked ship. Oh, unfortunately missing that wall jump there. One of maybe the hardest tricks that this logic can you require to do. And apparently just trying that one time, grabbing the item and checking Red Tower for now. While Bunny checking out laser beam location as... Okay. I just missed Esther picking up that ice rod over there in Red Tower that Vibrant Glass now got, but that's a mirror over here at laser beam. You want that. It gives access to the right side of Death Mountain, which we can access through Super Metroid, that's portal in Upper North here. Letting me go to the mountain. So yeah, probably not a bad idea to go let one runner check that out somewhat soonish. That 8 more items over there. While Aster taking the space jump over to X-Ray only to find out he's over there. PBB is going to check out what crates holds us. Ooh, yeah, you don't really need to pick up that single arrow. It is a unique item for A Link to the Past, but not one with very much use, as you can just find a pack of 10 of those that do pretty much the same thing. Jagger has picked up various suit. Yeah, looks like Esther is heading back over towards Brinstar, probably to pick up that various suit. As the gatefish though gets it. Like that can be finicky sometimes. But Esther not with too much problems here, as Polar Bear Bunny has found or has gotten the great DLC, as Red has actually stood up, shown the fully interior of his room. And heading back now for PvP item, not something you needed. So Esther just has to visit Crate and can head out back immediately. No need to pick up that item. Let's see if the warehouse has something for us. Or if you just should go to the mountain. Well, 300 rupees is not bad. In this co-op settings, you want to have one of the players check Zora at some point. And yeah, those 300 rupees go most of the way to get the 500 you need. So yeah, not something you have to pick up, but great early on here for Bunny to get to that Zora money and be able to do those checks. And looks like Bunny is also checking out Ice Beam. Has to do a mock ball to get under this gate here without speed booster. But with Merrier, no needs for Hell Run to up to the Ice Beam location, so yep. Makes sense to check it right now. And that's just a heart piece. It looks like Jagger G also tried one attempt at getting the wall jump to the direct ship and is now heading down Red Tower to pick up the Ice Beam. And we have a bow. here in Crumble Tower. Oh. Yeah, you want that, but picking that up, especially with the loadout Bunny has, is not the thing you want to do necessarily. Gets out though here, after falling down one time. But yeah, you want that bow early. You have Eastern Palace as a crystal, but it's certainly easier to do with the bow, so you do not have to do a potion camera unlock or a mimic clip to get to the right side. You could also finish it now, if you can manage the dark rooms. Yeah. You want to grab that, and Aster is just doing that. Has the space jump, so has a bit of an easier time getting back out, maybe? And I'm looking away for 1 second, and Bunny upgraded the suit. That is a gravity. And a power glove here over at high jump. Ah, so this can be over quite fast. We got the ice rod, one of the items that can be notoriously very, very well hidden. Bow, the other one. We got both suits already, so we have very, very good equipment for Super Metroid in any way. Charge beam was found. Although Pear does not have information about it just yet, it being on Hobo with the flippers over in Desert. But yeah, we're just missing a Moon Pearl, and then the seat is wide open. Vibrant Colors has made it over to Speed Booster, has successfully climbed Bubble Mountain. Okay, to check these items. Art container, picking that up. Getting more health for Link to the Past is never that bad, and yeah, grabbing a full container is something you can reasonably do. More experienced Link to the Past runners will probably at some point start to skip even those, but hard containers early on are still a good pickup. I'd imagine though, Aster, for example, being on Red Mail 7 hearts is perfectly fine with the amount he has for amount of health he has for Link to the Past. Another great DLC today. And looks like Aster is checking out North here, almost forgetting about Cathedral methods. Where's an energy tank? So, yep, that does help Aster. You do need 3 tanks of some kind to finish the game, so that one was still required in some way. And Bunny has made way over. Hera has checked out Ether Tablet. I unfortunately missed what was on there. Good news, Hera is not fire locked. Without hookshot, without a Pyrosaurus, we could not have finished the dungeon yet, with it being a crystal. You can just finish it when you're here. So pretty good that we are able to go up. We now just have to hope that there's one item in the basement. There's no item in the basement actually. That was what I wanted to say. That we can skip that tile room. So you do not really want to see that small key ever. And Esther. I am not fully able to decipher if it's just 20 supers that Esther has or more maximum. So I cannot fully say if Esther intends to check Crocomire here right now. Looks like it. Because going down to Lower Norfair, probably not enough weaponry to have a comfortable fight. I think Esther barely has enough ammunition to do that fight if he really wants to. But that would be a rather slow fight with hitting power bombs. So, yeah, probably not the first thing on his mind. But going to check rock makes sense. Try to find maybe a little bit more offensive power before you head down there. Bunny down with error as Jaeger G does get bow information. So Vibrant Colors likely to head him back out of the Croc escape. Going to grab that bow. And Bunny, meanwhile, over in Spiral Cave, revealed some supers on the floating island. So you're probably not going to pick those up. They will be very late to access in the game and take some time. Just a RPS in Spiral Cave. While after checking out Grapple Beam, there was not too much exciting stuff over here so far, and that shield is not going to change that. One last item, which are just some missiles. So probably now waiting on a call from Bunny if there are some good items in Paradox Cave. Which Grapple is not. You have gravity at this point, so no need to do suitless Merrier. Or okay, some supers, half magic, paradox, more supers. Yeah, so maybe Esther just takes the way back out first, grabs some more supers before going to Lower Norfair. The weapon count is actually not that great, but no. Looks like Esther says, well, I can do this. No need to delay it. Or maybe just checking out the rest of Upper Norfair first, since Bunny never went up over here, I think. Does make sense. Meanwhile, Bunny now checking back of escape, gets the small key. But I think neither of them has done front of escape yet, so deciding to wait on that until on that check. to see if it is maybe just a map and you can able to skip it. Nope, looks like Bunny is heading over to Eastern. You have that bow, you can clear that dungeon. Grabbing some supers and a power bomb on the way, or not. Just heading over to Eastern. We're farming up a bit on super missiles. So it does look like he's actually intending to head to Lower Norfair after this. Preparing for that fight. And apparently I completely missed that fire that was on Moldorm. So yeah, our item set is really, really great already. Just we're missing one certain key item for Link to the Past. To really, really open up this, that's very wide. Yep, indeed, Bunny has the fire rod. And also the Bombos medallion that was here in the Hera big chest. Okay, so 2 medallions already accounted for. We have fire for Link to the Past. We have the bow, we have the hammer. We are just missing mids. We have the mirror, we're missing the moon pearl. Maybe the cane. The hookshot. Yeah. And then we have everything we need. Also, we still have 2 pendants in Dark World. We do not know which ones just yet, I don't think. Runners could have checked when they went over to Hera since they went through the Dark World, as Jagger is picking up that fire rod. But I don't think anyone did actually check the Dark World map yet. And yeah, Asta with space jump has the ability to check GT the intended way and able to grab that one item in the top left. Vibrant colors actually haven't made their way to Lower Norfair as well. Trying the green gate glitch gets it. And I just missed the item again, and that's just a missile there that Vibrant colors would be able to grab. And oh, okay, okay. That is a moon pearl. Darkwell I picked up Ice Pendant on Turtle Rock Pendant, so that Ice Rod was not really necessary. We do need to find the hookshot though, we do need to find the Cane of Samaria. We need pretty much everything. Bunny going over to the Wrecked ship. I can't really remember what was here. I think there was something. As Esther does get that moon pearl. Unfortunately, there was one more item that Esther grabbed that I kinda missed. I am not sure what it was. Make him a map check. And we also got to see already that Meyer does need the Quake medallion to open up. The other red crystal, I believe, was Swarm Pellets. There was something red down there that was not a pendant. Vibrant colors grabbing those flippers. We do have access to Swamp Palace now with the Pearl, though we cannot finish it without the hook shot. And when you're over here, just grab them quickly. As that being a pendant, you hope that you do not have to finish it. And it looks like Vibrant Colors is now heading into the GT room, checking those two items. And that was a hard container that Esther picked up. Okay. So nothing too important. Bunny now done with Pantun. Looks like Jaguar G is heading also to Lower Norfair to grab that Moon Pearl now. Desert is logically boots locked. Kinda missed that earlier. So with Desert being a pendant, there is the possibility of potentially stealing the key in the back Desert to check the right side for that additional item. That is a play that you will probably never see in a normal seat in standalone Link to the Past Randomizer. In this specific co-op setup, you might consider it, but you also could just do Lemo for the green pendant instead. Provided you do have fire. Actually, I'm not sure if Esther has. We know Bunny has. Nope, Esther does not. So yeah, still not spending the key on the right side. Is opening up Meyer, which you can do. You need at some point. Not, it's just you cannot really do anything in there just now, I believe. Yep. As they're just opening it up, saving for that magic. using up that magic now, so he does not need for later. I'm going to farm up some supers here, which makes sense considering you do want to do Ridley soon. It's now luckily up to 25 supers, which makes the fight much more comfortable, with way less damage you need to do with missiles or power bombs. And looks like Vibrant Colors is actually already heading over there. Being on 30 supers, that's where you want to be. That's enough supers to kill Ridley if you hit all of them. Shagachi apparently struggling a bit with the gravity jump here in the lava. They do not have high jumps, so there is a little bit of a second jump here needed. Gets it this time. Oh, Vibrant Colors has to be careful. Down to 12 energy. So everything's going to kill here. Esther is checking out the Fireflies E-Tank to find silver arrows. You do want to pick those up. Vibrant Colors makes a back out of that Fireflies without high jump, without a jump in an almost dark room, making that wall jump on the right side looking so easy. Now there's still those key hunters. They can take one hit if they have gravity. 2 damage less though. Okay, I am wondering. I think they are just communicating, and yeah, it looks like Jagaji is apparently finishing Desert here. They have the fire rod, so they have a fire source to open up the land mode room. Bunny now grabs the Moon Pearl. And Aster made it all the way over to Ridley. Colors being careful here. Still does not want to take hits. Some more supers, they bailed out Aster quite nicely. Of having to do a few more powerbomb hits on Ridley. Now you just have to nail all your supers. If you can get them. As they're getting a bit tired of the farming, he is saying 2560 is more than enough. 10 power bombs to spare. As they're starting out with normal missiles. Yeah, making this fight look easier. I may think he missed one super, so yep. Nailing some more normal missiles in. And Ripley is down. And gets rewarded with a bottle. Which I believe we already found one somewhere. So, yeah. Nothing that will help us for the seeds. Really. I mean, you can store additional safeties, but I don't think Esther at this point really does have a need for a potion. Although he may not pick up half magic. Vibrant colors being unrectified. Oh, that tail, that was nasty. Oh, that missile may have missed. Does look like it. And Ridley down for vibrant colors. Meanwhile, Bunny made it to the Dark World, is heading over to Palace of Darkness, going to check who won the way, and will get the information about Charge Beam, which Pear was missing so far. Also, Green Pendant turn in was nothing worthwhile. So that Green Pendant kill, something that Vibrant colors does not have to do. Tanky over, which allows Aster to just damage boost through the key hunters here. No need to be careful. Just take the 150 and get out. So I wonder if we might actually see Aster heading into Merrier now. On the other hand, maybe for Aster it would be actually a good idea to get over to the mountain, take a quick trip into Hera, grab that fire rod, and maybe head to Skullwoods and Peastone first. And looks like that may be what Aster is intending to do. Woods and Thieves Town, both crystals, both can be full cleared. So while Bunny is over there in Palace of Darkness searching for those items, Esther can check out the other dungeons. So I believe Esther should have the flippers, so if he really decide, or if he really wants to, he can just go into the back of Merrier and do it backwards. So no need to fight Butfoon. Actually paying attention to Esther's menu though. Next time it happens. And of course I completely missed it. Only going to check out the big key chest of Palace of Darkness. There are 4 guaranteed small keys in the front, so if you do manage to find 2 non-small keys in the front, you can know that there's only a small key here. Which apparently was not the case when I look at the key count on Bunny's side, but we actually had a 5th small key in the front apparently. Which can happen. All 6 small keys can be in the front of Pillars of Darkness. But it does rarely. As they're done with Moldorm, picking up that fire rod. And Jager G now joining Bunny in Palace of Darkness. So there was nothing interesting on the right side of the mountain, so I don't expect Esther to head over there just yet. We do not have mids, so we cannot check Darkness Mountain. And looks like Esther's not heading to Virtual Cast just yet. A bit curious about this. Because I don't think that the swamp play would actually be the right call here. So apparently deciding to just check out K45. Okay, they got a shovel, so then allows them to check both. Stumpy and the shovel on the way. Over. Then can Mirror to go to Kakariko, go all the way up to the portal. And looks like Vibrant Colors is actually heading into Merrier from the front. Just an E-tank here. Main Street and 20 rupees on the crab supers. Not something anyone will come back here for. Oh, taking a bit much damage though. Down to 66. And those pirates still hurt even with gravity suit. And if you have just 3 maximum E tanks, you can't take too much of those. Jaggerji taken down, Helmer Socking first to get just a compass. Meanwhile, we get a third sword information over on Vibrant Colors with their Master Sword. Yeah, so Tempered Sword has been accounted for the more the merrier. They just have to collect on those if they want to. Looks like Vibrant Colors is setting up for a gravity jump. Get all the way up here. Well done. Bunny is now heading over to Helmer's Hocking. G grabbing that blue mail. When looks like Esther is back on the mountain. Oh. Going to the spy cave from the looks of it. Esther cave, so sure, okay. So I'm kind of wondering a bit about this. With 2 crystal dungeons being open there in Village of Outcast, prioritizing Spy Cave here. But it pays off. That is a Cane of Samaria. We absolutely need that. Now Esther heading back into Metroid here, so we'll now check Merrier. Leaving the Link to the Past dungeons to Polar Bear Bunny, which I can get behind. Esther, for sure, the stronger player in both games, but yeah. Difficulty-wise, the Link to the Past dungeon, Skullwoods and Thieves Town probably easier than the Merrier attempt here. If that was the plan, it does make sense to not go there. But yeah. So, if this was kind of the intention from the start, I think it would have been better for Esther to just head straight into Meridia, not do that little Darkwood trip first. That Bunny could have done just Skullwoods, or after Skullwoods and the sound, but yeah. With that Spy Cave play, it definitely paid off. And now getting that Master Sword as well, so also Tempered Sword information for Pear. They have silvers, yes, but that upgrade from from Master Sword to Tempered Sword is very, very strong, so very likely that unless you get another somewhat reasonable sword on the way, at some point you will pick up that Tempered Sword that the other one did not get yet. But that was a hookshot that they found in the upper parts of Merrier. The both teams now with the ability to finish Swamp Palace. Yeah. 1 hour, 11 minutes in, we do look for our Titansmiths. That's it. With the slight 1 in 22 edge that can happen. But we do know the medallion we need for Merrier. We have a clear way to clear the dungeon. We just need access to... Yeah, the mids are needed to get access to GT. That is quite interesting. Ring ball quiet for Polar Bear Bunny. Some people in chat may not be too happy about this item pickup, but you are forced to pick it up. You won't get the crystal without it. And Vibrant Colors setting up for a crystal flash clip to Botwoon. Gets it first try. Making it look easy. Now, unfortunately, Botwoon not too good of a fight since Vibrant Colors is out of super missiles. Gets it done. As they're now checking those sandpits. Don't think they had anything worthwhile. Polar Bear Bunny has made the way over to Village of Outcasts. Finding an E-tank here in the brewery. Now heading into Thieves Town. Yeah, Esther not able to continue on to Dragon from this point here. Has not enough ammunition to do Crystal Flash, has no Ice Beam, has no Speed Booster. So has to go back out. Energy made their way over to Skullwoods, checking out the front for items. Bunny is heading into the back of Thieves Town, apparently having found a plasma beam that I missed. I think Jagachi will show us soon. Yeah, both teams on the search for their Titansmiths. The more the merrier, still has to locate that cane of Somaria. And as mentioned in chat, as they're heading back down to the Lower Norfair entrance, tending to head to the Maya area and finish Maya. 2 more items to grab there. Can also decide on doing Green Pendant if they're back there. Or checking right side of desert, where 1 item is located. So in addition to the 2 items that are in Meyer, 1 more check that Esther gets to make there. Besides 2. Good thing for Esther that he opened up Meyer earlier. With no magic, would not be able to do so right now. Reagan holding just onto some missiles. In vibrant colors. Back out. Bunny on blind fight. Jagger G does pick up Spring Ball and the Skullwoods Crystal. Yeah. So while I managed to miss all of the items that Bunny found in Thieves Town, apparently chat has kept paying attention, so yeah, Plasma Beam and Lamp, certainly some nice quality of life items for our runners. And Vibrant Colors taking the back exit and heading over to Palace of Darkness. Maybe chicken hobo and catfish. I mean, hobo picking up the charge beam does make sense. Just the compass in the cutscene chest for Esther. I believe the fire-locked side actually just with map and compass. Also, map in the firelog. In the big key chest and the compass on the upper chest there. Yep. Jacob G showing us the plasma beam again. Ooh, and his speed booster over in Misery Maya that Esther picks up here in the lobby chest. Now that lets you get some, you go some faster in Super Metroid. Fortunately, opens up few more checks logically. And no biggie just yet for Esther. That one's actually over here. Bit of a slip up there, maybe. And yeah, I was wondering. Okay, had to reset the super tile. Right. To check that big chest again. The chest is a second item in form of an E-tank. Meanwhile, vibrant colors making their way over to Fentoon. So the more the merrier. Will finally get information on the space jump in a few minutes. But for vibrant colors, that will come actually pretty late. G might still have some usage for it. Polar Bear Bunny being able to do that grapple kill on Dragon. While vibrant colors down, or has downed Phantoon. And Esther is done with Misery Maya. Still no mids though. So I imagine they are probably in Swamp Palace because they are always Swamp Palace. But Esther apparently deciding to check a few things out with that recently acquired speed booster. Second gauntlet though. Pear never had that foot in here. Just 20 rupees. And looks like Esther is going to collect on a few speed booster checks here, checking shaft supers. As Bunny is going to grab that tempered sword. And then probably going back to Swamp Palace. And there's a Cane of Burner here over on the shaft supers. So nothing that would help Esther anymore. But definitely something that the more the merrier would probably have to get them over to check Spy Cave. Looks like Bunny is going to check tour. Has found grapple. So there's a good chance to clean that up now, right? While Esther is doing those speed booster checks. And if neither of them finds anything, they know it's Swamp Palace, and they can just go there both. Not Waterway. As they're just resetting back to the ship, he has not found anything worthwhile. Yeah. Probably heading back to Link to the Past, waiting for that call from Bunny. Check Tool has something. And that's just money. So Swamp Palace it is. Or Bombo's tablet, which Jagger G actually just showed us. So that could be, or is probably going to be very, very, very bad for the more the merrier. Although there's not too much left to do, so while one player is heading to potentially Ice Palace, other one can do Dark Death Mountain and then Spy Cave while they're at it. and then find their Samaria. Still, that will lose them a bit of time, since an Ice Pulse play is absolutely not needed at all, and Aster does find those mids before heading into Swamp, so that is go mode for Pear in 21 out of 22 times. Also, Aster will get to go mode. Swamp Palace has not any more chests to open up. Where was Aster's Tempered Sword, though? Oh, I can't remember. Too long ago. Oh, Escape, probably. Right. Front of Escape. Vibrant Colors picking up their mids. I probably would like to see them actually heading up that mountain. It looks like that's what they're intending to do. Get a better chance of finding Samaria faster over 2 players. They know that Hot Rock is not needed at all today. They are in Samaria go mode. As they're here on the diver down, doing the left side setup. Is checking these 2 chests here for the 4th sword, since they are so quick to do. Like Jackachi found the screw attack, which might still be helpful, since Ridley needs to be good. And with base jump information, that does make for quite nice low and fair movement. Nicholas took a rather peculiar way to the Dark World portal just now. Aster has managed to beat Argus. And is maybe heading up to grab that sword in front of escape. Nope, just going over to Eastern. Eastern, I say. Palace of Darkness, and then heading over to Eastern with the mirror. Ah, okay. Picking up Charge Beam on the way. Because you do want that. You know where Plasma is. And I don't think that Aster has reached 60 super missiles just yet. And looks like Vibrant Colors is heading over to Hera and can check by Cave just after Hera will be able to get that Cane of Samaria. Yeah, and from the looks of it, JKG has managed to find the last sword. Which means Aster probably should have found the tempered sword. Oh yeah. Funny getting sword number 4. Which is just that much better for Aster. No need to go out of the way. Just pick up that sword that the boss will hand you. You're deciding that heart container is worth it. Going up to the north. Oh. And with Hera picking up that fire rod and is hopefully now checking IK. At the gate, so no reason to not go there. Oh, about to save him good, but apparently remembering it. Wait, there's one more check to do here, and it's an important one. Bunny grabbing the cane of Merrier. As Jagaji is buying potions and turning in the mushroom, will get the information in time that the cane of Samaria is just in Spike A, so can stock up on potions and grab that cane. Oh, and that's an ice beam. So I kinda missed where the mushroom is. I believe it was in Swamp. You have no flute though, so okay, Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to pick up Ice Beam at that point.
Well, when you when you're this close to starting to finish things, I mean, it would be best to just grit your teeth and bear with supers. In any case, hi, this is 5D100, joining in a little bit late. I do apologize, I had some things pop up.
You are just in time for the great finale. Both teams in go mode, as the Morty Merrier found there just now. So if the mushroom would have been in swamp, maybe with the flute you could have turned it in for the ice beam to get that full beam combo, and to make your Metroid rooms a bit easier. Do not have to power bomb those, but yeah, with the mushroom and pyramid fairy, I highly doubt that's even remotely attractive to anyone.
Yeah, but with enough power bombs, with enough supers, I mean, you can make it through any room without too much issues. So
yeah, what do our runners actually have to do now? Jagger G is heading back to Lower Norfair, as they have to go through there to reach the Maya area. We never found the flute. It can almost certainly... well, it could be in TR, but we have no reason to go in there, ever. Probably going to be in GT. Yeah, this trip is required. They still do not have the speed booster, which is in Maya, which would make getting there a bit easier. And Jagger G also did not decide to pick up Space Jump beforehand, so they do have to do that Lava Dive again. And apparently just realizing that. So they'll probably go over to beat Fantoon, grab that Space Jump in the Wreck Ship Attic, and then head to Lower Norfair. Or through Lower Norfair to get to the Maya area. While Vibrant Colors on the modular fight did not decide to do swap first, put the sword on the boss. Maybe the better fight to do in that order. But well done.
yeah, either way, Moth is never a fun time. So it's always nice to just get them out of the way. So
Now heading over to Thiefstone. Grabbing the plasma beam. Might pick up the lamp. What's important these turns still to do? If you are not confident in the dark rooms, lamp just saves you enough time in there that it's always reasonable to pick it up. Also makes for...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
What I do like about Eastern is that if you do end up having Fire Rod, you can always go ahead and just or you can always immediately face right, use a Fire Rod, and light up the area a little bit if you aren't too confident with it. And so that's always nice to do.
But for Palace of Darkness, you have no such option. Although there is still a torch in the probably hardest room in the dark rooms on the way to Elmasaur, so if you have the fire rod, it could have been done, definitely. But the lamp is just easily reachable here in Thiefstown. I just pick that up. It will save you time.
Meanwhile, Jagger showing off my favorite morph ball, the little metal sprite for Mega Man. I love that sprite. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's probably the best non-summer sprite that is out there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Once again, looking over what I have our runners to do. Oh, Bunny needs to pick up that big key on the right side. No way around that. Yeah, Bunny about to pick up crystal number 7 has only Ridley to do and then can finish GD and Gannon and now the Brain. Esther still need to collect on Thieves Town and Skywood.
Meanwhile, more the Merrier finally taken out that big floating. What would he be? Would he be an amoeba? Would he be like a? I'm not sure. What do you think he would be?
I don't know. I can't really describe that.
As Chess puts it, future Argus. So, it's definitely something.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. JRG apparently missing the item they are coming here for, I believe. Because Space Jump was in the attic. Yep. Does look like they requested clarification on location again and got informed on Space Jump being all the way to the right here.
Meanwhile, Vibrant is going in fighting his blind fight.
Pick up crystal number 3. And then just Argus, Animal Stocking, and Armos Knights to do. Then one more trip through Lower Norfair to get over to Misery Maya. So yeah, all things considered, it is actually a still somewhat close race, although Pear definitely has an not that small advantage. Barney just has to do one more trip to Ridley before heading up to the end game. After collecting on the last crystals, has then 2 short Super Metroid bosses to clear up.
Meanwhile, Jag grabbing that red mail. Well, surely these runners probably don't need it. It's always nice to have some extra defense and when fighting the big pig, because although best hugs are Ganon hugs, they do hurt quite a bit. So
Yeah, especially well, we got the powder very early on, but it was not necessary to pick up, so I'm not sure if actually both runners got that. Since being in Mini Moldom Cave with nothing else in there, one of them probably skipped it. And with no flute, we never had an easy way to stock up on potions. So yeah, health may just be rather limited, so picking up that red mail definitely helps in that regard. do have 2 bottles, or up to 2 bottles per runner, as they were somewhat obtainable, but also Sticket not having an item, they were not necessary to pick up.
Meanwhile, we have Pear moving over to GT.
Bunny being in there first has the ability to just check out enough of the basement to give Esther the information on where to go.
Question is, how far do you think they'll go in to get the big key? I always think that it'll be 13 random room top right chests.
I'm always going with the 3. Which would be very, very bad for Bunny. Because we were acting as if they were in go mode all this time, but there's this one check here that may say otherwise. And it doesn't. So unless Pear is spending their small keys in GT in a very, very awful way, they are in go mode.
Yeah, oh, it is a small key on the torch. So it looks like
So I'm not really happy with the route Bunny is taking right now, since there's no small key in Hope Room. The big key is on the right side. They will get there pretty late. But Esther is not deciding to grab the small key. And head in straight right.
meanwhile, more the merrier, Jagger G making it through the worst room in the game. So
On the way to the Ridley fight. Logical question. Could the big key on torch with boots and tower? Oh, absolutely.
so long as you are able to access both, that's all that really matters. Coming up is Rando Room. Called such because you only really see this room in Rando.
And no big key just yet. So Esther may
Nope.
be forced to go to the left side, grab a small key, and then head to the right side.
Was that Charge Beam I saw? Or was it Wave?
No. That was Wave. Charge Beam was already found way earlier. It is on
Gotcha.
Hobo.
Ah,
I
okay.
actually think Esther picked it up already.
Question is, will we see Asder also pick that up? Because the extra damage is nice, but, I mean, he'll know, okay, I don't have to go into Rando Room, you know, let's go.
Most likely not. With Charge Plasma already in Esther's possession. And a reasonable amount of super missiles, I don't think. With the big key location that we are likely to get, it's worth it. Oh, apparently Bunny either never picked up silvers or just forgot to activate them. I mean, I think they were at Fireflies, the Bunny never was there, so yeah, it would make sense that Bunny does not have them.
Looks like we're gonna see some spin strats.
And Big Key is on the right side, just in time for Esther to get that information. So Bunny going to check out tile room. Meanwhile, Esther heading on over to the right side.
Honestly, not a bad play, because if it turns out that it's here, it's worth it to spend that extra time to go deal with all the tiles. Meanwhile, Bunny actually is taking advantage of the Cape's ability to not use magic while grabbing onto something. So.
Yeah. Okay. Esther will find that Big Key.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Logic question if this comes up. If there's a small key in that room that Esther was just in with the small chest, ball chest, the Big Key has to be in there too. So if you find a small key in that specific room, you definitely know that a Big Key will turn up in one of the remaining chests. Orphello there talking a bit about GT key logic, and with the small king there being on the torch, that you could have known that maybe tile room was a small key. Because there was no key left.
Either way, this is both our runners going and climbing up the Big Pig's tower, so definitely going to be interesting to see the tactics they use to get through the onslaught of enemies.
Esther deciding on stocking up on a potion and some magic beforehand. Or potion, say, on fairy, get a heal. But getting that magic, that's probably an important thing here. We do need to light the lamps in the first GT torch room before we are able to get additional magic.
Polar Bear having a bit of issues with those Igors. Meanwhile, it looks like Jagger is having a little bit of trouble with those screw jump attacks, or screw jumps. But making it through quite handily, so.
Done with Ridley. Done with Ridley, now heading over to the Maya area.
Jagger is going ahead and checking back at Gold Dorizo.
No. That's just a trip to my area. They have been here earlier.
Oh, right.
Because they had to. The Moon Pearl were on screw attack.
Gotcha.
But without the flute, that is the required way to get over to the Maya area. Also, with all that we have seen of GT, it's actually about just as likely, if not likelier, that the flute is over in Turtle Rock.
That makes sense. In any case, it looks like Vibrant has their crystal. And they've got, let's see here. They've got about two crystals left.
Here's the Armor's Knights, and that's round trip through the Lower Norfair area over to Meyer, which Jagger has just done. Funny making use of the half magic.
Meanwhile, as they're forgetting to grab the key from the little Helmosaur. And those anti-fairies to make sure that he has plenty of health for the remainder of this climb.
Yeah, Aster should be the probably having the least problems with the amount of health he has. 12 hearts, treadmill, tempered sword silvers. I think I've seen Aster do this once or twice already. So yeah, just making sure to have that full magic.
Meanwhile, Polar Bear making use of the cape because not having those boots in that area is always a little bit of a pain.
I think there was...
That was one because
Yep.
it those shots hit him too quickly, so it didn't count.
Exactly that.
But 2-2-1-1.
JG finding that speed booster. So the trip to and back from Dragon's actually now just that little bit faster.
Oh, definitely.
There's the big key. So JG can now head over to Vitreous.
Ooh,
Meanwhile,
Polar Bear getting knocked down.
Bunny and Aster both falling simultaneously. Only Aster doing that intended.
Meanwhile, as they're using hookshot strats to make it through those bats, so that's definitely something.
Is done with the sacrifice. Very beautifully 1-1 cycles there.
Mhm.
Third phase does not change much. 4 hits. Each hit lets one row of tiles on the outside drop. And with silvers, that fourth phase will be over just as fast as, if not faster, as this one, since Ganon feels a bit warpy today. Which is unfortunate since... No, mirror does not work. Yeah, bit unfortunate since each warp has a 50-50 chance of happening or not. So getting so much in a row there, a bit unlucky.
And we also have a pig death on Asder's screen, so 1G in chat for them. And Polar Bear finally killing Aghanim. So next we'll see the big pig fry on her screen as well.
Meanwhile, Jagaji taking care of Vitreous, using that cape to the full extent to kill the small eyeballs, switching to the bow for the big one. Yeah, this is 7 crystals acquired for Jagaji. Just one more Super Metroid boss to kill for them. As Vibrant Colors is heading back to that Maya area.
Meanwhile, Polar Bear Bunny using Quake to shake the tree to get a fairy. So that way they can be full health before they fight the big pig.
Yeah, that may not be too widely known. Especially newer runners, or even seasoned veterans might not know that. You do not need to bonk that tree with the boots. Quake just works as well.
Meanwhile, with
Mhm.
this golden sword, this pig is gonna melt like butter. So
Yep. You do not need to bonk against that with the boots. You need to shake the screen, which the boots do, and the quake. So yeah, very, very nice game knowledge shown here by Polar Bear Bunny.
no, bonk rocks very specifically have to be bonked against,
Well,
if I remember correctly.
difference there. To open them up or to destroy them, do you need to bonk against them to get their
Yes.
prize?
Yes.
Like on Death Mountain with the ferry, you can use Quake.
Can you use Quake?
You can use Quake, get the ferry out of them. You do not destroy the rocks, but the ferry will be freed on Death Mountain, for example. You can also get bomb drops from trees with the Quake.
Meanwhile, Bunny accidentally missing their torch glitch, so now they have to manage their magic as well as things along those lines with dealing with this pig.
Fortunately, Bunny does have a blue potion and half magic.
Yeah, so she should definitely be fine with dealing with that. So
If you are setting up to get doubles with the fire rod, which is certainly possible, you have enough magic to spare. May not be as fast as you maybe could be, but should not be in trouble. Vibrant colors picking up that speed booster. If nothing else, it certainly does make the escape sequence from Mother Brain easier. And since you need to go to the left side anyway to flip the switch, you are kind of close to it. Probably worth to pick up.
I think it was a might as well pick up. So
As they're now on the way to finish the dragon fight. Those have 20 supers and charge plasma as the weaponry available. Also that speed booster.
meanwhile, 1G in chat for Polar Bear. She managed to kill the big pig, so that's always nice. Meanwhile, Jagger G getting caught by the big shrimp.
But not
Thankfully, with that grappling hook, you can just grab on and see him fry. So
well as they're shown off the spark threats.
they're attempting to get a spark suit, or not spark suit, spike suit, which does allow you to run if you or while you handle these rooms instead of having to spark jump across it. Which actually is a terrible description of it, but oh well.
Lemongrass has made the way over to Vitreous. And with silver arrows, that fight is not terribly hard. Just hit 11 times and you're done. That is crystal number 7 for vibrant colors. So they will now make their way over to GT. As will Jagger G.
Azure is actually showing us something interesting here. If you make a hard reset after switching over to A Link to the Past, you make it all the way back to your ship. So, if you ever do one of these randos, which I do recommend that you do, that is a nice way to, if you ever need to go back to your ship, to go ahead and do so.
Bunny now on the way to Ridley. The last boss fight that Bunny has to do before she can head over to Mother Brain, where Asta is already on the way to.
Meanwhile, Bunny is making through the worst room in the game. It looks like Jagger G and Vibrant are both about to head into, they're both about to head into GT at the same time. So I wonder how they're going to divide this up. If they're going to be like, okay, you go left, I go right, or what's going to happen?
Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate. In co-op, you do not really want to have that happen, that you actually are in the same time at GT. You want at least some sort of time difference so that one runner can scout out one side of the front first. So ideally, probably Jagged G would find the big key now here on the right side, but we know he won't. And yeah, there was no reason for Vibrant Colors to go right, so they will now see they don't need the boots. I wonder if one of them is just grabbing the key and look. No, both continuing left.
I wonder if as soon as they get a second key, if then they'll split, or if both of them will continue heading down left.
So I can see them still doing here Starforce Room both, but then probably one of them should definitely head over to the right side. Looks like they both want to continue. I do not agree with this. I mean, maybe they are taking the chances on, okay, we need to save time and do not have their opponent team lose time by splitting up and not immediately heading with both to the big key, but as we see, they're both heading away from it, so yeah.
Pear killing their last boss, and now they can go ahead and fight the big brain. My question is, will we see her go and warp over to Link to the Past to skip heading all the way back to the ship? I personally think so, because that is a fantastic way to save quite a bit of time, but...
Yeah, and I think actually with the way Bunny gets out of here with Speed Booster, she will run right past that portal, and once you cross it, you can just soft reset and be at the ship, so that will definitely save you time.
Meanwhile, we have Asder on Mother Brain, so... And now on to Mother Brain 2. Ooh. Getting knocked down by that mini Helmosaur. That's never fun. Oh, this is scary.
This bomb jump is actually not too hard. It's very, very forgiving. But yeah. Jaggy should now get the message that there's nothing to find here.
Bunny's health is really concerning me right now, but all things considered, it's probably gonna be okay.
Yeah, maybe more concerning are the 5 super missiles she has for the screen gate glitch. Gets
Only
it in the
takes
third
3.
though. Also with the health, there's not much issue. She will just change over to Link the Past here. No need to take this refill. You will refill at a ship for your supers.
Mm.
I don't think even that save and quit was necessary. There was nothing that Bunny had to save for, since the game transition actually saves for you. Okay, if Bunny does not take the ship refill, refilling at the refill station was probably better.
She doesn't have Ice Beam, does she?
Nope.
Yeah, so, I mean, those Metroids hit pretty hard, so... Not sure she'll be able to make it through these rooms.
She should have Spring Ball, so you do not have to get grabbed. You can just jump around the Metroids and powerbomb them. But yeah, still.
That is the question. Does she get the refill going to Torian?
Nope. This is not area randomizer for Super Metroid. There is no refill on the elevator. Oh, she does get grabbed by the first one. Well, she has gravity, so they do not do as much damage. But still, you do not want to grab too much. Grabbed too much here. Oh.
Oh.
I'm just looking at something really concerning over on the screen of vibrant colors. Because that is a 0 small key count going up the tower. That is not what you want to do. You do need 2 small keys up there, and there's only 1 guaranteed one.
I have made that mistake more than once, and it is never a fun time for... I would say anyone involved, but it's probably fun for chat, so... At least the runner, so...
And I mean, it won't matter for this race here right now, as there is already done with an official time of 2 hours, 19 minutes and 34 seconds.
GG's to them.
Which does not really mean that much, since second finish of the team counts, but Bunny is still already on the way to Mother Brain, where Vibrant Colors and Jagger still have both to go to, so...
Okay, so Bunny was actually getting everything ready to just get slightly grabbed by Baby Brain here, or I guess Baby Metroid here, and honestly, fantastic play from them.
If she was confident enough that she can get through there on herself, then sure, it is faster. Funny. Not bothering with any step skips here, just using ammunition
Well,
to get through.
are there any Zeb skits without ice?
There are.
Hmm.
Just the one with ice beam. Or the ones with ice beam are far easier for most people to do.
That is not a soft lock because he can easily reset with his mirror. So, it's just a waste of time, is what it is.
Yeah. Vibrant Colors just never bothered to pick up enough small keys to head up the tower. They have access to them. And even if they couldn't access them right now, they would have access to the boots somewhere to get that key from the torch.
We're gonna see a stand-up glitch from Pear.
And Bunny not bothering with that. Doesn't have full beam combo, and at that point it does not save you really that much time, even if you do it perfectly. So why take the risk of maybe messing up and getting locked in there without X-ray?
My question is, where is Vibrant going? He's going digging.
Yep. Digging for arrows. Probably, maybe. For magic. Not sure. I mean, they should have 4, which is actually enough to get through everything. Maybe it was 4 magic, but there should be enough magic around here that they would get through everything they need. So there's a small magic pot here, right there. Oh, that's full magic right there.
Meanwhile, Bunny is taking on phase 3 of the Big Brain.
And AKG is taken on Ganon, being already the civilized space. They never bothered to pick up those silver arrows being overrun by a PC tank.
Meanwhile, Jagger actually doing the torch glitch, so...
Vibrant now picking up that key. Put there in the chest.
Leaving an anger bomb. My question is, will we see animals? Or will they grab the animals?
No.
No?
No. Esther might have, and Esther was the first to finish, so had the spare time. But Bunny's time counts, and for all she knows, Jagger and Vibrant Colors might actually be ahead of her and finish both at the same time before her and win that race that way. So
That is
even if
fair.
it looks fairly obvious for us that Bunny could have all the time in the world to save the animals, Bunny does not know that and therefore cannot afford to do so. Jagger being done with Ganon is now over on the way to Mother Brain, but Polar Bear Bunny reaches the ship and finishes this seed with an official time of 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 23 seconds. Therefore, Bear officially winning this race. Put your GGs in the chat for Pear.
Well, it looks like we are joined by Zader and also Polar Bear. GG's on this race.
Hi, thank you.
So, all things considered, I joined it a little bit late, but was there anything you enjoyed about the race especially well, or is there anything that you wish you did a little bit better?
No.
I wish I had gone to Ridley after Meyer like I was supposed to.
Yeah, that would have helped a lot. Like with it was an unfortunate situation to make that mistake in because the Silvers were there. So Silvers would have been a lot better to have for Ganon and stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's not much else to say about your routing through the seeds except for it went pretty well, right?
It was a boring seed. Like it
Yeah.
was kind of slow. No boots. I don't always mind no boots, but this routing in this was a slog. I tried to go back to Meyer as soon as I got hookshot to cover that base because it is one of the worst. It was basically the worst area to check that was still crystal. Mitts being there would have been really bad if we got to it late. I could have checked Bombo's tablet for Mitts quite a bit earlier, actually. I just didn't think I didn't think of it in time. I wanted to rush the shovel check from Lord Norfair. So I was thinking more about that when I was doing South Dark World than checking Bombo's tablet. So it could have had Mitts earlier, but then we probably would have done more Mitts checks.
Yeah, so I was kind of a bit confused about you ignoring 2 clear crystal dungeons in favor of something like Spy Cave, but
I meant to do it after Hera and I forgot. So, because I wanted the magic refill from Hera to cover doing it then, and I forgot. So I wanted to go back to it before I forgot a second time.
in the end, it worked out very, very well for you, and yeah, you had pretty much everything you needed from early on, and then found the rest somewhat on the way. I want to mention though, the more the merrier actually found their various loot way earlier, as whoever went back second there went there with power bombs, so they actually had the ability to check Billy Mays on the first trip. So that potentially could have given them a bigger edge in this race, but got there
Oh, God,
just in
how
time.
I forgot how much of a mess the start routing was,
Oh
because
my gosh. It didn't give me any money or bombs. And I was just like, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm getting my morph. I'm taking my morph ball bombs. And I'm going to Super Metroid. I want out of this game.
the bombs were like all only in the places that I could check.
Yeah.
So that could have been potentially very, very bad, but went there back in time for it to not really matter.
Mhm.
So
Merrier didn't really actually lead to anything like early. Like Upper
Okay.
Warfare wasn't anything.
That was fuck shot. I guess
Shot
that
was
didn't really
in
do much.
Meridia.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm mixing
Seed
up
are you
seeds.
playing?
So we did a practice seed before. I kept mixing up that seed with this one.
That one had very Billy Mays also.
Oh yeah, okay. So I did comment that Upper Norfair is garbage.
Mhm.
It was following it to Lower Norfair with the Moon Pearl. Yeah, because Gravity was at high jump, but that wasn't in the very locked section, so I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, I didn't get the good tree pull because I somehow ran into the cactus while I was trying to throw the sign at it. And so I got the stupid tier 2 instead of the tier 3.
Yeah, that's always rough. Managing like not getting hit on things.
I just think I played really sloppily overall, but I'm glad that didn't cause us to lose or me forgetting what I was intending to do after Meyer.
yeah, after all, it would have been probably a bit closer if Vibrant Plus did not forget to pick up the small key climbing up the tower. So had to back out at the top. But still, you were it had enough, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah. Overall, I think you did pretty well on the seat, considering all things considered.
Indeed, you did. This was a fantastic run for both of you, and GG's to both of you. Now, make sure you go get some rest, drink some water, rehydrate.
I will definitely do that.
But one last question for both of you. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best seed ever, 1 being the worst seed ever, what would you rate this seed?
3.
5. It was neither bad nor good.
Fair ratings? Fair ratings.
Thank you guys for commentating and the trackers.
Yeah, definitely shout out to our trackers. They are fantastic. Oh, and looks like Jaggers is actually going to save the animals, so.
Up for Spark all the way back. Very nice. Meanwhile, Vibrant Colors, after taking Theft to Ganon, is now done fighting the Big Pig and heads over to Mother Brain.
Well, Jagger G finishing. So GG's in chat for them.
With an official time of 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 42 seconds. Only Vibrant Colors left with one last run to Durian. And this run will be over.
Mm-hmm. 24 power bombs. They've got this. This is in the bag.
Yeah.
As we saw with Bunny, you know, they definitely have enough health for this, so.
Have to be a bit more careful in the last two rooms. Cannot let them all grab them and wait it out. That damage will add up.
Doubly so since they don't have any reserve tanks.
They probably want to get a bit of drops here, but no. But if they are careful with Spring Ball, they can just play a bit of jump rope with the Metroids here. Which should be fine.
Looks like that's exactly what they did. Down to 4 HP, which is an almost instant baby Metroid grab. So honestly, if that was all planned, that was a fantastic plan, all things considered.
Definitely set up that way. Okay. That is a bit curious. They should have been able to grab Wave Beam if they wanted to. But here now at Mother Brain.
Oh, not entirely certain what Jagger is doing, but
Maybe taking a look at Turtle to locate that flute?
possibly.
Weapon Colors has reached Mother Brain. Now starting the fight. But Plasma Charge. They've already unloaded all the supers and most of the missiles. Right, also we never found the boots. They can also be here in TR. Boots and flute, both in pen and TR, which was never accessible
Looks like Quake's on. Oh, what?
Maybe not boots?
Uh,
Not TR?
Or maybe he made a mistake and accidentally fell off?
They could just remirror.
Either way, it does look like we did have the means to get into Turtle Rock if needed, so, I mean, the seed does giveth, and the seed does taketh away, so.
While Vibrant Colors does have finished most of the Mother Brain fight, is now in the baby cutscene.
Unlike Jagger, we don't see a, well, we don't see a stand-up glitch from them, but that's fine. I mean, with the fact that they don't have full beam combo, it's probably for the best, so. That is a dead Mother Brain. All we need is them to get through the escape, and after that, it is GG's for all of our runners. Now, although there is a little bit of a time discrepancy, please know that these runners did a fantastic job getting through this seed. These seeds are not easy, and can take anywhere up to a total of like 5 hours if you're not used to all of them, if you're not used to all the tricks and skips. And generally, though, around 3.5 hours is a good guesstimate on how long it usually takes for these seeds to go through. In any case, though, these runners did a fantastic job, and nice job to them.
Definitely. Being a co-op, this lower the time a bit, so reasonable to for a co-op seed of this to be done in under 3 hours. So it does not mean any less well done here being fight runners. Colors take a little bit of an acid up here.
Of course, gotta
The dude.
do a nice little acid wash on the morph ball, you know, give it that nice shine.
And finishing up with an official time of 2 hours, 44 minutes, and 54 seconds. So, GG's.
GG's to them. Alright, we are joined by Jagger G in the voice call. GG's to you.
Hey, thanks.
So, what did you and we are also joined by Vibrant Colors as well. So GG's to you both. What did you think about this seed? Just in general.
Well, I learned a valuable lesson. Always tug paw.
I still have no idea what this means. I guess I have to watch a VOD.
If you
It was a fun seed, but at the same time, it was a pretty stupid seed. Like Speed and Mario, Kane, Spike Cave. But please, be nice.
Yeah, it
That
was.
was.
Yeah, there were some a bit unfortunate things for you in this race. I want to comment on the fact that you actually got to various suits way earlier, since when Bunny went back there, she did not have power bombs, so that she could not check
Mm.
Billy Mays. So that could have
No
been
bombs either.
potentially, yeah. So she, or that could have been potentially a big advantage for you, but Esther went back there just in time for it to not make much of a difference. So yeah. On the other hand, Esther going to wreck chip early, getting the knowledge of space jump, I think about 1.5 hours before you.
It would have been nice for Lava Dive.
Yeah.
Definitely made a difference there. So that was probably the one big thing that set you on a disadvantage. Also, Esther checked Spy Cave quite a bit earlier.
Oh yeah,
So
wow.
that
Yeah.
made the other
I-
difference.
I think in terms of execution, like just pure execution, Asda and Bunny are still way ahead of us as well. So I think that plays too. Honestly, I think these two are the ones that are gonna win the tournament, and we're gonna see if they push all the way to the hand. Actually, is that what? Excited to see that. Yeah, I think that's the
They
word.
didn't get Ice Beam. Interesting. Did they? Did they not
Yeah.
do Catfish either?
Now, Esther found space Sumaria before either of them found the mids, so they were actually in
Yeah,
mid-score mode
okay.
and had never reason to check the Pyramid Ferry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Miss Gomod means that's the best item it could have been in this situation because so many things are behind mids.
we kind of lucked out by finding Samaria right after Mitz. That was nice.
yeah, you did it all, but
I just-
I mean, you did it in a way that were pretty much the right way to do with.
Yeah, I just wanted the
Bomb
fire
from
rod and I
Mark.
was there like, hey, the spike cave here. What if I check it? And yeah, that was pretty lucky.
I love Spike Cave.
I mean, I went up there for the fire rod in Tower of Ella initially. I didn't mean to actually find Gormod there. I felt really behind because I only had one crystal at that point.
Yeah, but you did have the other bosses, and I just kind of floundered trying to get back to the bosses. I just misrouted on my way to Meridia. I should have just save and quit to the house instead of going back to the ship.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was like making a good gamble by skipping Catfish and Zora, but that's kind of the norm. I would expect they skipped Catfish and Zora as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and probably Boots there.
Maybe. I do think.
I wish we could have the spoiler log like once everyone's finished. I wish we could have the spoiler log to say, Boots were there.
Yeah,
That's
if only.
stupid. Stuff like that. I
Well,
think
you
it would
could
be
always go back
interesting.
and full clear.
You could, but
I don't think there are logs available.
Yeah, they're not generated.
Yeah, but I wish Sarashwala could have them like in a drawer or something.
I checked that.
Nah, Sarashwala boss, not the Sarashwala in game. Sarashwala in game when he has a green pendant and it's always useless. Except when it is not, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, I always feel bad when I finish last because I feel like I'm carrying on the stream just because of me. I should forfeit to let you go and stuff like that. So, I want to thank you a bit more strongly than you usually do for this everything, for waiting for us.
I like watching to finish.
Yeah, absolutely. It's,
Yeah.
there's no shame in finishing. So yeah, just sit it out. I actually like people watching finishing games and not forfeiting early. So yeah, much appreciated out there as well. So last thing I wanted to mention, you mentioned earlier that you felt that Esther and BBB had the execution advantage, and they probably had. Especially Esther is maybe the, if not one of the most strongest SMZ3ers out there, along with Aussie.
Mhm.
So yeah, but still, you were kinda close in it because it's second player finishes that count, and yeah, I mean, if there was not an unfortunate mishap regarding keys in a certain dungeon, yeah, you would have been
Yeah.
both very close in the finish. So yeah.
I guess that's true. I'm
Well,
somewhat annoyed.
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
somewhat
guess I
annoyed.
wasn't assertive enough. I did mention I was getting a second key just in case for the climb. Just in case? No. I don't remember why. It would have been faster just to kill the Helmethorn for the key. Oh well.
So it's always important to have enough keys going up there, or make sure that you have at least one, even if there's one in the climb. You
Yeah,
never
I
know.
knew
Yeah,
there
but
wasn't a key upstairs because there had to be a small. There was a small key on the torch which could be used for the middle door, and then there therefore had to be a small key in the tile room, and there cannot be well, I guess there was a
Yeah.
small key in right side.
the small key could have been in the Hermasaur room. Could have been there. But yeah.
Could have, but it's not guaranteed. So it's always a
Actually,
good
no,
idea.
wait, no. With the big key on the right side, yeah, there could not be a key upstairs at door. That's right. Because the big key is behind all the keys logically at that location. I should have known. I'll try to be more careful next time.
But you always
It's the
learn
same
from your
idea. The same idea that you can waste a key in the middle door and
Oh,
well, you
that's
have to
right.
access the big
Yeah.
key. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering. I thought it was locked behind 4 keys, but actually, it would be locked behind 4 keys. Like there could be a small key there if the big key is there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's because
Yeah,
you need a
exactly.
big key to access the next 2 key doors in the climb in the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
GG's a
that
good
was
team.
fun.
Yeah, that's the most important.
Excuse me?
Yeah. No, it was just James. GG's to you again. Thank you for coming over for a quick
Oh.
interview after this.
Thanks for the crew for putting on this this whole restream. It's been a lot of fun. I love watching
Sure.
these.
Yeah, as always.
Definitely was a pleasure for me. I usually cannot catch much of the tournament races since they are at times where I most of the time are actually sleeping. So yeah, glad that I were able to get this one and to commentate it. So yeah, if you have not done it already, leave all of our runners here a follow. They definitely earned it. And yeah, they have put on a great show. Also, if you want, you can follow our trackers. Follow my co-commentator 5D100 that still managed to get here in time. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
Definitely.
think I noticed it in the commentary comments. If you want, you can write your channel address in chat.
that's fine.
Given the... Yeah.
they want
Sorry, it's
to-
not got updated in time.
Oh
happens.
no, it's my fault. I slept in a little bit due to a late night, and yeah, I'm still glad I got finally or was able to catch up with the race because it was definitely exciting. It was definitely close. But you know, all things considered, that was a fantastic run for both of you, and GG's to you both.
Yeah, I'm proud of how we performed today. Much better than last match.
Of course, that's always how it is. You know, you don't play to beat everyone else. You play to get better at what you do. So
Yeah, I'm glad to see our previous opponents stepped up as well. Played better in their last match as well. Fought off the tilt. That was really cool. So everyone's improving. It's great.
yeah, it's fantastic.
I think that's everything from us here. I hope you enjoyed watching. I was ranting here. Hope you will tune in again to one of these races, and I will leave 5D with the final word.
All I gotta say is, since it was a long race, definitely, you guys definitely get some water. You probably are very thirsty. But thank you to everyone.
See you next
See
mission.
you next mission.
See you next mission.